Hey everybody, Rebecca
Hi.
here. We're here on this rainy afternoon, hanging out at Miss Tracy's house in our comfy clothes. I hope you are comfortable and ready to go. We're gonna start this off really fast and hopefully give you about 20 minutes of our best tips on how to get your business started. We hear stuff going from the other room. How to get your business started off on the right foot. So first of all, let us both congratulate you for joining this awesome team and this awesome company. We're so glad you're a part of it with us. We've both been in the business for 3 years, and our life is completely different because of it, and we couldn't be more thankful for it. So welcome. We feel like you've made the best financial decision you could have made for you and your family. So congratulations. All right, we're going to jump right in. You ready to get started?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is just how to get started really fast in the business. I've made some notes, and we'll just kind of jump back and forth and share with you how we got started and what we still do to this day. Nothing really is any different. We've learned some things along the way, of course, but we keep it very simple, and a lot of what we're going to talk about we still do exactly like we did when we first started. So the first thing that we think is super important is that you need to know why you're in the business. Like, you know, you'll hear that kind of term, know your why, and you'll hear a lot of people talk about that, but that is really, really important because it keeps you focused on what you're working for. You have joined It Works and started your own business because you want to accomplish something. There are some of you right now watching that want to make extra money to pay off debt. Maybe you want to be able to work from home full time. Maybe you want to just be able to take your family on some vacations. I chatted with a new distributor today, and they really want to be able to pay cash for a brand new home. I mean, how awesome is that? Well, let me tell you, if your why is super important because it will keep you focused on why you're working and what you're working for. And we all have difficult days, just like anything in life. And so when you know why you're doing this, that will kind of keep you focused and keep you reminded of what you're working for. And it's also important to tell I'm sorry, my computer's shaking. It's also important to tell your sponsor why you joined the business as well, because when we sponsor people into the business, we like to know why they joined so that on those days that they're having a challenging day, we can be there as their support and to remind them why they're doing what they're doing and to keep their head up and keep going. So make sure that you know why you joined and you've written that down somewhere. You have your eye on the prize as to why you joined, but also let your sponsor know so that she or he can keep you encouraged and keep that up at the forefront of their mind as well. Do you have anything to add about knowing your why?
That's okay, right. Perfect.
Awesome. And then the second thing that we always suggest to people is for people to do their training videos there's weirdness coming. Amber alert.
Amber alert on the phone.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
You can tell that we're pretty laid back, so we'll just, and my phone's same thing on my phone. You're probably all getting the Amber alert right now. Okay, so in your back office, or we call it your e-suite also, when you log in, there's a little tab up there at the top that talks about it's now renamed the It Works U University. So that's where your training videos are. And I love these training videos for many reasons, but the main reason is it's going to give you a foundation. It's going to help you know the basics of this business. It's going to introduce you to the corporate team. You're going to put a face to their name. You're going to hear the excitement, and you're going to see how simple this business really is. So I really encourage you to watch your training videos in your first 72 hours in the business. If you can do that, I feel like it sets you up for success. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely agree. That's one of the first things that I did when I jumped on board, and it just helped me to feel overall more confident about what I was doing. You know, you feel like the more knowledge that you have, the more power you have when you go out and talk to people. The beauty about this business is you don't have to know a lot, but what I liked about it is just seeing those people and learning more about it just gave me that confidence that I needed at the very beginning. So it's a great tool that we have right there at our fingertips that you can do anytime you want. You just fit it in anytime you want to do it, and it will give you that confidence that you need to get started.
Yeah. And so when people tell me, this is what normally happens for me, is when people tell me I've watched these training videos, they have questions to ask me, but they already know so much, so they feel so much more confident. So I totally agree with that. I notice a huge difference in confidence level when someone has watched those training videos versus people who haven't. So commit to yourself that you'll watch them. And if you have yet to watch them and you've been with us for over 72 hours, that's okay. But make sure you watch them and give yourself that training and that boost. I promise you it'll be super worth it. And the other thing that I like for new distributors to do, I feel like it's super important, is to schedule a time to chat with me or whoever you signed up with, and let's work together to kind of reach out to the first few people that you want to talk to about this business or about the products. Because we can help you. You know, we've been through it, and your sponsor has been through it, and that person can help you and guide you in what to say, kind of how to reach out to people. It's kind of crazy how much confidence you have in numbers. So use your sponsor to help you and guide you through that. Think about the people that if you won the lottery, who would you call and tell them? So you've won the lottery by joining It Works. So we really encourage you to think about those people that you automatically want to tell everything to. If something awesome happens to, start with them, because they don't care if you flounder through it or mess up. They're great people to practice on, and they're the people that are going to support you. When I first tried the wrap, and I couldn't believe what it did for my belly section, I was jumping up in my bathroom at my house and calling my mom and telling her how awesome this wrap was for me. So my excitement, my energy, and my willingness just to tell people about it because it worked for me was really key. So use your sponsor to help you reach out to people. And then your first goal. We're going to talk a little bit about the steps to success in a minute when we talk about that awesome $500 bonus that the company has on the table. But the first part of that goal are the steps to success once you join as a distributor, which is step 1. Then step 2 is to gather 4 loyal customers and wrap for free. The company has this awesome opportunity for you as a new distributor. If you gather 4 customers in your first 30 days in the company, they will give you $120 in free product. Every new distributor, I say go for that. Do not miss that. That's your first goal. That is product that you get to use, that's $120 of free money that you can either buy wraps with, which is equal to 2 boxes of wraps for free, that you can turn around and sell for profit. That's $200 back in your pocket. Or you can use that $120 for products that you want to try out that maybe isn't in your budget starting off. I know when I started, I couldn't buy everything because it wasn't in my budget to do that. But that $120 allowed me to try products that I couldn't really afford. So it gives you an opportunity to use other products so that you have a story to tell. So anything else to add to that about 120? No? Okay. So first goal is get your first four loyal customers. There's a lot of different ways to do that. We're going to kind of share with you our ways that we do that, but definitely go for that and get those 4 loyals. Get them as fast as you can, and don't worry about knowing everything. Just start talking to people. I mean, I know when we started, we didn't know what we were doing, but we definitely just opened our mouth, started talking to people, and we were excited, and people wanted what we had. This wrap. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. So don't be afraid to start talking to people right away and get that 120 as fast as you can. Okay? Then the next thing is schedule so all of these things aren't do them and then move to the second one, but in collaboration, the next thing you want to do on our list of to-dos to get you started is to schedule a launch party. Here's why I think launch parties are awesome is, first of all, you get to talk to a lot of people at once, and you get to let people know that you're in business. You know, you have to tell people that you're in business. People aren't going to just automatically know. So a launch party is a great way to introduce that to multiple people. And then the next thing is your sponsor will come and help you, either come to your house or come to your location that you're having it and actually help you do it. Or a lot of times I sign up distributors now that don't live by me, so I'll Skype in to where they are. And the cool thing about that is you get to use your sponsor, and she will model for you how to talk about the wrap, how to talk about the products, how to talk about the business, and how to go through the party pad. Should have gotten a party pad. We don't have one box. Should have gotten a party pad, which is our just simple flip book. Keeps it very simple, but your sponsor can model all that for you. So it's great training to have your launch party. She'll help you put the wrap on people. She'll help you talk about the products, and she'll help you talk about the business, and she'll also help you close the sale with people and things like that. So a wrap party is a great way to just get great training and to launch yourself quick. Also a great place to get your 4 loyals.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll add to that is that you can ask some of your friends and family to have a wrap party for you. You know, my first wrap party was at my mom's house, and she had invited some of her people from her office, the place that she was working at the time, and some of her friends. And so she did that for me, and it was really helpful. And so, you know, think about who you know that you could ask to host a wrap party for you, as well as just to help you get your business going. And then also, don't be discouraged if you don't have a ton of people come, because that is very normal. We just live in such a busy world that, you know, it's very normal to invite 20 or 30 people to a wrap party and only have a handful come. And so always focus on the people that are there, even if there are just 2 or 3 and you expected 20. Focus on the 2 or 3. Don't focus on the 20 that aren't there, because those 2 or 3 could potentially be your loyal customers or your next distributors that could change your business. So just do it. You don't. And you know, the other thing I'll say about wrap parties is that you can call it something else if you want to. You can call it a wrap session. That's what I do a lot of times, is I'll say, instead of saying, you know, would you like to host a party, because sometimes that's a turnoff for people and it scares them and they think they're going to have to do all this stuff to host this party. I just say, if you want to get a few friends together and do a wrap session, I can come over. It just takes a few minutes to apply the wrap, and I'll go through a quick presentation and just keep it really simple as you're even asking them about it, and make it, you know, it's no big deal. You show up with your little bag, keep it very simple, and you never know what could happen from those wrap sessions. So that's definitely a great way to launch your business and continue to work your business as you go.
That's right. So putting wraps on people is going to definitely help, because people like to try it out and things like that. So that's a great way to do that. And then the next thing is to start your hundreds list. You'll hear about that in your training, and they'll talk a lot about that. And that's just simply the list of people that you know. Honestly, we kind of get caught up in all the who we're going to talk to and what we're going to say. If you will just start making a list of all the people you know, I promise you, you know more people than you think. And the other cool thing about it is it gets your mind kind of going about, well, I could talk to her and I could talk to her and I need to talk to her. So some ways that I've started my list is I went through my Facebook friends and I just started writing down as many names as I possibly could. I look back at my email list. I look at my phone contacts. And I even use that, what's it called, the document? Memory jogger.
Oh, yeah.
That's in our back office. And it kind of reminded me of who I went to elementary school, where I go to the dentist, where I go to dry cleaning. I mean, just all these different little people that you might know, that it's just a way to jog your memory. So really utilize those tools and start making that list of as many people as you possibly can. I think the biggest thing I've learned through this experience is that this business is a numbers game. So the more people you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. That's the only difference between Traci and me and someone else who's just getting started, is we've had the opportunity to talk to more people. It's just a matter of time, consistency, persistence, and talking to more people. So that list is something that's organic, that's always going to keep going. Every time we meet someone, or every time we think of someone else, or any connection that we make, their name goes on the list. So we're always adding to it and working from that list. Just find a system that works for you. For us, it's a notebook. We keep it really easy. You're just going to write down everybody that you possibly know and everybody that you meet, and keep notes on how you reached out to them and how you've talked to them about what you're doing. But always work your list and keep adding to it.
Yes, and the key to that list is knowing that you're going to have to follow up with people. It's very, very rare that the first time you talk to someone, they'll say, yes, sign me up. That is very rare. And so I want you guys to know that, especially as a brand new distributor, that can be discouraging at the very beginning. And I've seen a lot of people give up way too quick, because they'll talk to 20 people and maybe 15 of them will ignore their first message, and they might get a yes, you know, from 1 or 2, and then maybe some no's. But what I've learned more than anything over the past 3 years in this business is that there is fortune in the follow-up, and that you have to follow up with people. I can't tell you guys how many leaders that we have on this team page that told me no in the beginning, and I told Ashley no for 4 months before I joined. And so you have to keep that list going and add to it, and continuously follow up with people, and find that system, like Rebecca said, of how you're going to follow up, what they said when you initially talked to them. And just because they maybe ignore a message that you sent doesn't necessarily mean they're ignoring you or it's personal. They're just busy. And so don't take it personal. Just keep going and follow back up with them later on. You know, I feel like a lot of times people get discouraged by that. So I hope that encourages you that, you know, it's not personal, that you just have to continuously follow up. There's this statistic that says that it takes some people up to 7 times to see something before they actually decide to buy it. So remember that as you're reaching out. It may take you 7 times of contacting that person over the next 1.5 years. But that is why exactly what Rebecca said is all about the numbers. You have to keep adding to that list, and you have to keep reaching out to a bunch of people. And the other thing I'll add to the list that she just gave you about the products is that I think, you know, for me, when I first signed up, one of the things that I really started doing and focusing on was taking a lot of the products, because I felt like I'm not a salesperson at all, and I felt like I could share stuff that I love. And so fall in love with a product, even if you just get wraps and greens at the beginning. That's what I had on my auto ship when I started, was wraps and greens. And I started I used the wraps first of all, so I knew that it worked on me, and I had that testimony to share. I made Ryan, my husband, use it. But we started using the greens, and we loved them, and I still use them to this day. And I tell all my mama friends about it because I swear by them. It keeps my kids healthy. And so find a product that you love. You know, both Rebecca and I love the skincare, so we can rant and rave about that all day long. Yes. And so find some stuff that you really enjoy taking, because then it's a lot easier to share stuff that you love. So
that's right. That's right. That's the thing that got me hooked right away, is when I used the wrap and it worked on me, and I just started talking about it to people. That's when their eyes lit up and they said they wanted some too. I thought, well, there's something to this. Maybe I should be a distributor, because this is way easier than I thought, because I, like Traci, didn't think I was a salesman, but I don't have to be a salesman. I use the products. When people tell me and mention a need that they have, because you know how women are, we like to talk about ourselves and what's going on with us. And I love sharing with other people what these products do for me. So it's super easy, but you've got to use them to be able to tell. So definitely start with the wraps for sure, because that's our product that sets us apart. Yeah. All right. All right. So we're going to tell you about our $500 Ruby bonus that we have going on right now,
which I love. And I love you guys that are brand new and have the opportunity to go after this $500. It's huge. And I hope you guys know how exciting that is. They just came out with this bonus in January. And so the deal with it is it's called the Ruby bonus. And if you sign up and you go Ruby and promote to the Ruby level in your first 2 full calendar months, then you're going to get a $500 bonus on top of your commissions, which is huge. Most people that join my team, between $200 and $500 a month is what they're going after. That can be life-changing for a ton of people in the world today. That amount of money is what most people start this business for. And so this bonus is awesome, because it's going to give you that $500 from the very beginning. And that's on top of the commission that you're going to make. And on average, a Ruby already makes $300 to $600 a month, you know? And so it's already a good amount, a good chunk of change coming in monthly. And so let's talk about the way that you're going to get this bonus. First and foremost, Rebecca told you about our steps to success. The first thing that you have to do to get the bonus is to get 4 loyal customers. And so you want to do that. You want to take care of that for the reasons she explained, you know, with the 120 and free product that gives you that. So you can try some products yourself. You can get the wraps and sell them and have some wrap cash, which is always a perk. But you want to go get those 4 loyal customers, and then after that, you're going to look for, or simultaneously, you know, we say get loyal customers, then to get distributors, but I say go after both of them simultaneously. You know, as you're talking to people, they may want to use the products, or they may want to use the products and earn extra income. So that's the way I would approach it is, do you want to use the products, or do you want to use the products and earn extra income? You know, and if they say yes to B, then sign them up as a distributor. Do you know that for $40 more a month, they get $40 more than what they would pay for the wraps? You know, most people start with wraps in our company. For $40 more, wraps are $59. $40 more, it's $99, and they get the wraps plus everything they need to get started as a distributor. So if they're interested in earning income, it's just $40 more than just getting the wraps. So that's kind of a sales point to, you know, as you're pointing out to people about the distributor opportunity.
Yeah, and a lot of times people don't think they can do it. But
Yeah.
if you plug that thought into their mind, they're like, well, maybe I should do that. I could do that. So a lot of times people don't even realize that they have that option.
That it's possible.
Or they think that it's some big, huge deal. A lot of times people are bringing in a different idea of network marketing or a different idea about other companies. And we're very different. It's only $99 to join our business. So it's not thousands of dollars. So a lot of people think a box of wraps, they don't know that it's only $40 more, that they could have the opportunity to make money. So it's just up to us to tell them their choices, which are, would you like to use the products at our wholesale price? Or would you like to use the products at our wholesale price and make extra income while you do it?
Yep,
so those are the two choices.
So after you get those 4 loyal customers, then you're going to go after those 3 distributors to join your team. And so as you're signing new distributors up, you're going to teach them to do the same things that we're telling you right now. Those steps to success. You join the party. That's the first step. Then you're going to go find your loyal customers. You're going to teach those distributors to do the same thing. The beautiful part about our business is that we keep it simple. It really is awesome. We keep it simple, and we help other people. We help other people make money and help them with their health or their wealth. And then as we're doing that, we grow our own income. It's awesome. It's beautiful. So you're going to find those 3 people that you're going to get to help. And then when one of those distributors finds 2 people, then you're going to have your Ruby chart filled out. So basically, you're going to have 5 distributors on your team. And you've signed up 3. I'll do this. You've signed up 3 people. And then one of those signed up 2. You'll see that. The Ruby chart is located under Documents in your eSuite too. And if you haven't, as a brand new distributor, I encourage you to go in there and print that off and post it somewhere where you can see it every day. Write your name at the top and write $500 right next to it, and let that motivate you, inspire you, and be your map on how to get that $500 bonus. So you're going to get the 5 distributors on your team. And then as they're getting loyal customers and they're placing orders for their business, when they get their volume up to 400, that chart will show you which boxes need to be 400. But once they get the volume up, you will promote to Ruby, and you will get that $500 bonus. And so the step 3 in our steps to success is to find 3 distributors. So once you've done that, you're on your way to Ruby. You just have to teach those 3 to do the same thing. And if just one of them listens to you and signs up at least 2, you're going to have your Ruby chart filled out, and then you just work on volume and you will promote and you will get that bonus, which is very exciting. The awesome part too is that as you're out talking to people about this opportunity, you have this bonus as a tool to tell them that they can go after it as well. So any new distributor that you sign up between now and March 31st has this opportunity as well to go after this $500. So let me clarify one thing that I know some people have asked me about. You have 2 full calendar months. So that means that if you signed up March the 3rd, let's say you signed up March the 3rd, then you're going to have all of March, all of April, and all of May, because you're going to have 2 full calendar months. So the sooner that you sign up anyone closer to the front of the month, they're going to have the rest of that month, all of the next month, and all of the next month. So that's extra time. So I would encourage you, anybody that's on the fence right now that's thinking about joining your team, today's a great day to do it, because they're going to have the rest of March, the rest of April, and the rest of May to get that bonus.
That's right. Awesome. So, okay. Anything else on that? The Ruby bonus?
Nope.
Okay. All right, guys. So just to finish off, we want to be respectful of your time, but just to finish off, here are a few things that we feel like we'll just give you our tips on what we think you need to do to make sure you ensure your success. Okay. Things we've learned over the course of the last 3 years. First of all, you have to decide never to give up. Like, just decide today that no matter what, you're not going to stop. You're not going to give up. A lot of things will happen. Life gets in the way and things can get kind of crazy, but just decide today that you're not going to give up. You have your hand on something that's magical, that's perfect for you, that's beautiful, that can really change your life. So decide today not to give up. Stick with it and don't give up. What's your tip? One of your tips?
I always tell people that I feel like the biggest, really the keys to success in this business are to always be consistent. Consistency to me is the biggest thing that you need to determine from the beginning that you're going to be. Once you say I'm an It Works distributor, people are watching you. And so once you've made that first post on Facebook, you need to be consistent about posting. You don't have to flood your wall about it. Definitely keep your Facebook personal and also share about your business and how the business is changing your life. But you want to be consistent with your follow-up. You want to be consistent with blitzing. You want to be consistent with reaching out to people and consistent with taking the product, consistent about posting on Facebook. Just be consistent. That's where you will start to find this business pay off for you. When people kind of fall off, it's because they've stopped being consistent. And the other thing I will say that I feel like is highly important is to be connected. Doing trainings just like you're doing right here. I give you a high five, virtual high five for watching this training, because staying connected to the team page, staying connected with your team, going to any kind of corporate trainings, One Team, One Missions, the It Works that we just went to one this past weekend in Fort Worth, which was awesome. The conference that we have every year, calling in on conference calls when you can, those kind of things make a huge difference in your business. And there will be ups and downs in the business, and you will hear no, and you will get discouraged some days. I mean, it's inevitable. That's just life, right? And so, we just have found and have seen that when people stay connected to each other and stay connected to their team, they have much more success because of it, because you do stay encouraged. So that connection and that consistency to me are probably one of the top two things that I tell people all the time, is that you just have to do that to be successful.
Yeah, and it seems like when people, like you're saying, when people lose consistency and pull back from being plugged in, that's when we notice that things start to change in their business. Kind of think of this business as like a snowball. So, if you're consistent, it's going to build on itself and build. Ryan's over there telling me, yeah, that's right. It's going to build on itself and build on itself. But if you stop that consistency and stop the snowball from happening, it's going to go away. So that if you find yourself planting seeds and talking to people, and then you give up before the harvest, you'll hear us talk about that a lot, about planting seeds. Well, you have to nurture those and spend time on those and water those, and that's a whole nother training. But being consistent will produce the harvest. When you give up too early, that's when things don't happen. So I have everything on my list that you said. So great minds think alike, as always. Yeah. The last thing is just keep it super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. The time that my business slowed down the most is when I wasn't keeping things simple, when I tried to overcomplicate things. I've learned that the less I say and more simple I keep it, the more successful I am. So be keep things very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You're not a nurse. You're not a doctor. Well, some of you might be, but you don't have to know all of those things. Don't worry about all of that. Just be you and keep it very simple. We offer people healthier life and a wealthier life. Which one do they choose?
And the last thing that I would add is just to have fun with this. Have fun with it. This is a fun business. We get to do, here at It Works, we are offering hope to people. I mean, that's what we do. We offer people hope, and it's a fun adventure to be on. And so I would encourage you, just this past weekend at the It Works U that we attended, we got to talk to John Eric, who is our social media guy, that you guys that are brand new will probably hear his name come up more and more. We're learning a lot from him, but he said that a lot of times we get so focused on the goal that we forget to enjoy the adventure. And in this business, we always set goals and we're always going after a new goal, which is awesome, but we can't forget to enjoy the adventure along the way. So, and I think personally, when you do take time to enjoy the adventure, your business will excel and you'll do better in your business, which will help you reach your goal even faster. And so I encourage you to find what you love about this and do more of that, and to stay positive. Stay positive. Even if you've had a hard day, tell yourself tomorrow's a brand new day, and we're gonna stay positive and enjoy it. Have fun with it. I think that's probably one reason that I've enjoyed it for 3 years, is because I've had more fun than I've had in my entire life. Are there hard days? Sure, there are. But there are really good days as well. And I have had a lot of fun. I've made some great friends in this business. And so I just encourage you to embrace the opportunity. Set your goal, whatever it is, set your goal and go after it and have fun with it and be yourself. And to just know that you're on a fabulous team who we are all locked arms together, and we want nothing more. Rebecca and I want nothing more than for your goals or your dreams to come true, because that's what we love about this business.
Right.
So we welcome you to the team, and we hope that this training has helped you as you get started on your It Works adventure.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Good night.